folks, Bagger here. Today we're gonna do a little bit different video. I started doing this with my buddies a little bit ago during the outbreak, and since we can't play at the store, we wanted to play with the new sets coming out still. So we prefer to play sealed, I guess, over draft. Most of us, at least myself, I suck at draft, so I like sealed a lot more. Just because not knowing I don't know, I just suck at draft. So, but instead of a normal 6 packs of regular boosters, we do 5 of regular boosters and then 1 collector booster that we throw in there, and makes it a little more spicy, a little more fun, a little more powerful because you get 4 rares and or mythics in the collector booster, and it just makes it overall gives everybody who we don't usually have a lot for prize support because it's just us playing at home basically. So just makes it a little more fun for everybody. Everybody walks away with something, and so I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna open up and make a deck out of our sealed packs in preparation for sometime soon. I'm going to be doing this with my friends, and so it's a little more pricey, obviously, but brings a little extra, I think, to the game. So we got a Wayward Guide Beast, and a Coom Warrior, Scion of the Swarm. I guess we can put the uncommons over here for now. Usually when I open up these for sealed or draft, I go by color, but we're just gonna get everything open, and we'll go by rarity first since I'm doing it on camera. You guys are probably more interested in that anyway. So we got a copy token and a forest. We got an Akiri Line Slinger, or not Line Slinger, Akiri Fearless Voyager. Whew. Vine Gecko, Umara Wizard, Brushfire Elemental, then our commons. And then you guys can see how bad I am at making sealed, and then you can infer how bad I am at doing draft. So we got a foil common, Field Research, followed by a Branch Loft Pathway, which is green on that side and white on that side. So there's some good color fixing. That's always good. Shadow Stinger, Relic Amulet, and a Kargan War Leader. All our commons. So how's everybody doing? What do you think about this variant that me and my friends like to play? Ooh, there's another color fixing. We got the Izzet River Glide Pathway and Lava Glide Pathway, and Borderless, Grotag Night Runner, Iridescent Horn Beetle, and a Marasa Root Grazer. Bunch of commons. Looks like I forgot to flip the camera, so my apologies. Last video I did, I was filming a gameplay video, and we got another foil. This one's a Song Mad Treachery, uncommon Flipland, and foil. And then we got our first mythic, Turn Timber Symbiosis. So I'll have to Journey into Oblivion, Mind Carver, and a little Mage's Familiar. So I apologize about not flipping the video. Maybe once we get everything open and I start trying to build a deck, we'll flip it over. Alright, so we got a Hydra token. That's an illusion token on the backside. And then we got a Cascade Seer, a Farsight Adept, Might of Marasa, Rabid Bite, Cliffhaven Kite Sail. Then our uncommons, we got a Blood Chief's Thirst, a Salundi Vision. We got our land. We got a Cargon Intimidator, non-foil, full art for a rare. I guess we'll just put that in that rare mythic spot. We got a Linvala, Shield of Seagate, foil rare. We got a Coom Hellhound, full art, or alternate art, non-foil. We got a Canopy Baloth, alternate art, non-foil. Then we got a Bright Climb Pathway, which is the white and black and non-foil, full art. And then we got a Dreadworm, full alternate art foil, followed by a Skyclave Relic, full art and foil. I really like this card. It's probably one of my favorite artifacts in this set. So let me see if I can swap over this webcam. I don't know if I can do it while filming. Never had to do this. Here we go. Bam. Sorry about that, folks. So hopefully it'll be a little easier. So let's go ahead and we'll get rid of these tokens and basics for now. Put those off to the side. So people like to do it a little bit, do things their own way. I like to sort everything by color so I can see what I got. And some of this may not be on screen. So I apologize for that. Once we get everything sorted out, I'll be able to get better piles that we can maybe put on screen. But I like to go by color first to see what kind of what pools we got, what color combinations we can make to make a deck with. And then once I get the piles sorted by color, I usually go and look and see what kind of, I'll go through each color individually, see what kind of, creatures I have, what kind of removal I have, what kind of ramp or anything like that. That's just going to make the deck better. Flow well. And let's see what happens. Ooh, Feed the Swarm. I like that. That's what happens when you go through the comments super fast. You don't necessarily see every card. Alright, looks like I got quite a bit of black so far. Not a lot of white. Sorry, I had some kind of thing pop up on my screen that took my attention away. Tried updating some drivers the other day, and now it looks like I'm having some issue with that. Oh yeah, so we got blue and a red, not in that order. So we'll do lands last. So these are normally, like when I sort cards to put up, I put all artifacts together. But in this case, since we're doing sealed, I put colored artifacts in the colored piles that I have. Alright, so it looks like I actually got quite a bit of red and blue. And black turned out to be actually one of my lower piles. So we'll start off with white. We got an instant, enchantment, creature, instant, aura, creature, enchantment, creature. So we got a landfall creature. We got a warrior. Nothing spectacular. Most of this stuff's common or uncommon. We do looks like we have, so we got Resolute Strike. Target creature gets +2/+2 until end of turn. If it's a warrior, you may attach an equipment you control to it. So I know I got that Akiri, but we also got this paired Tactician. Whenever it and at least one other warrior attacks, put a +1/+1 counter on it. So we may have some kind of warrior, because we also got a Seagate Banneret, which is a core warrior. So this pumps the team for a lot of mana, but pumps the team. So maybe that's a possibility. We also got a Disenchant and Smite the Monstrous, so we'll see. We also got a Journey to Oblivion for more removal. Nahiri's Binding for more removal, 2 of those. So white could be, if we let's look at, so what do we got for white? We got the Kargon War Leader, which is a human warrior, which is a lord as well. We got the Akiri Fearless Voyager, so maybe we go Boros and then we can maybe do some kind of warrior equipment. Let's see what we also got. This Linvala, which is could possibly be a splash of blue at the beginning of combat on your turn. If you have a full party, who cares? I probably won't have that, but we can sacrifice Linvala and give our stuff hexproof or indestructible till end of turn. So that's a maybe splashing blue. So let's look at our red cards and see what we got in red. As far as warriors, we got Song Mad Treachery, which is, let's just go ahead and split these out. So now we're looking at maybe a Boros Warrior equipment deck. So we got sorceries. We'll put the instants and sorceries together. Alright, so it doesn't look like a whole lot of, we got this Kargon Intimidator, which is a warrior, and cowards can't block warriors, so I can pay 1 and make something a coward, or give it. So you can basically do 1 or 3, up to 3 of these things, but you can only choose each one once per turn. So you can give him +1/+1 until end of turn. Turn something into a coward so that it can't be blocked, or so that it can't block a warrior, and then target warrior gains trample. Then we got this Wayward Guide Beast, not super cool. Grotag Night Runner, which is a rogue. We got Akum Warriors, a 6-drop 4/5 trampler, but it's also a tap land on the back. But it is a Minotaur Warrior, so that's decent. Akum Hellhound. Ardent Electromancer, which is a human wizard. When it enters battlefield, add red for each creature in your party. Defender, Reach, creatures you control have haste, so that's not too bad. And then Expedition Champion, which is another warrior. It gets +2/+0 as long as you control another warrior. So basically, I can turn it into a 4/3. So maybe we'll have to look. This wall that gives my stuff haste seems pretty good, and it's a 0/3 wall. I mean, and it has reach. It's 3 mana, so not the best, but it gives me a blocker and it gives my creatures haste. So we got Molten Blast. We can it's 3 mana shock or destroy artifact. We got a couple of those. We got a couple of Sizzling Barrages, which are 2 mana, deals 4 damage to target creature that blocked this turn. So it's an instant, so we can maybe do that before damage on during combat. Tormenting Voice, discard a card, draw 2 cards. Not bad. Royal Eruption deals 3 damage to any target. If the spell is kicked, it deals 5 instead. So it's either 7 mana with kicker or 2 mana to do 3. Not bad. Songmat Treacheries, 5 mana flip land. Gain control of target creature till its turn. Untethered creature gains haste. So, alright, we got some things. Let's look at any kind of equipment that we might have. I know we had that Skyclave relic, which I really like, especially that's the full art foil. Alright. So I didn't even. So what Akiri Fearless Voyager does, whenever you attack a player with one or more equipped creatures, draw a card. Then you pay white, and you may unattach an equipment from a creature you control. If you do, tap that creature, and it gains indestructible until it turns. So, pretty good card draw. Pretty good way to protect your stuff. So that's why I wanted to look for equipment. So we've got our first one is a Cliffhaven Kite Sail. It's 1 mana, equipped for 2, and it gives something flying. But it also has an ETB attached to target creature you control, so that's cool. Let's go looking for more equipment. We got a second one. Oh boy, and a third one. So we got 3 of the same equipment. So not necessarily the best pool for equipment. I think I had a black one, a Mind Carver. So it's a 1-drop in black. So maybe we splash black for it. I think I had that flip land. But Mind Carver is another 1-drop, but it's black. ETBs, equip something. Equipped creature gets +1/+0. It gets +3/+1 instead, as long as the opponent has 8 or more cards in their graveyard. So not necessarily the gonna ever get that extra bonus on there, but the fact that it's another equipment seems good. So those are, I think, the only equipment we have. Let me see. Let me check. I don't remember if I had any other colored artifacts besides that black one. Nothing in green. And nothing in blue. So let's look at these lands again. So I got this one's green-white, which at this point I'd be red-white and maybe a splash of black. But the cool thing is these don't come in tap, so I can still play it as a white source. Same thing with this one, I can play as a red. The Bright Climb Pathway is white or black, so that could be helpful in color fixing. So let's see what other stuff I can do. As far as, well, let's look at the rest of these artifacts. So we've got some spare supplies. Enters battlefield tap, you get draw a card, so 2 mana draw a card, and then you can sack it and pay 2 mana to draw another card. So I don't know, I'd rather play cards than, I mean, it replaces itself for 2 mana, not necessarily the best. So Skyclave Sentinel, 3-drop, or Kicker with 4. So for 7 mana, you get a Flying Defender that enters battlefield with 2 +1/+1 counters on it. Otherwise, it's a 3 mana Flying Defender. That's a 2/3. So if you kick it, you get the extra 2 +1/+1 counters, makes it a 4/5 Flying Defender, except it can attack as though it didn't have Defender. So I know I read that completely horribly. So Relic Amulet's a 2-drop artifact. Whenever you cast an instant sorcery or wizard spell, put a charge counter on it. 2 tap, remove all charge counters from it. It deals that much damage to target creature. So I don't have any. I mean, I don't plan on playing any wizards, but we're definitely playing Skyclave Relic. It's a mana rock, and worst case, I can kick it and get 3 of them. So let's go ahead. So since I'm splashing black, let's see what kind of, I don't have any multicolor spells that have black. So that made that easy. So let's look at, there's a removal, there's some combat tricks, there's a warriors, more removal, and more removal. We'll come back to those and see if we got room for them or not. This one's a weird one because it's a flip land. Do I put it in the land spot? Do I put it in a... I don't know, we'll put it right here for now. Direct damage / removal. We'll call it card draw. We got our warriors. Is any of this stuff worth having? I don't think so. Yeah, so I don't think we need any of that. I'm not really worried about landfall. Yeah, so with everything we got here, let's look at how many cards we got. So for those that don't know, limited, so sealed or draft, are 40 card decks, and typically you see 23 cards, 23 spells, and 17 lands. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26. So we got 26, but one of these is also a flip land. So right now that's looking like a possible deck. So let's look, now that we've gone through all the red and the white, let's actually, since we're maybe splashing, or we're splashing black for the extra equipment, let's look at the black cards we got and see if there's anything there to warrant going full on 3 color. Alright, so did we get any warriors? We got a Dreadworm, a Vampire Cleric, Scion of the Swarm, Shadow Stinger, which is a Vampire Rogue. We got a Hydra Constrictor as a Snake. We got a Highborn Vampire, which is a Vampire Warrior, but it's a 4-mana 4/3, not super good. We got another Human Rogue, another Vampire Cleric, and a Vampire Rogue. So we got a lot of vampires. Yeah, 5 vampires, but nothing really to do. Nothing synergizes necessarily with vampires. What about our spells? So we got the Feed the Swarm, which seems pretty good. Subtle Strike. Target creature, choose one or both. Target creature gets -1/-1 till end of turn, and or put a +1/+1 counter on target creature. And then we've got a Bloodchief's Thirst. Destroy target creature or planeswalker with CMC 2 or less, or if you kick it, just destroy target creature or planeswalker. So it costs 1 or 4. So that also seems pretty good. So maybe we throw in a little extra black and pull out, if nothing else, they're good sideboard cards. And let's look at the blue, see what we got in blue. We did get some rogues in there. So maybe we can go rogue. But let's see what we got. Some sorcery, instant, creature, 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 instant, creature. Alright, so no enchantments or anything. We got a flip land, Solemnity Vision. Look at the top 6 cards of your library. May avail an instant sorcery card from among them. Put them in your hand. The rest on the bottom. So I don't really, definitely not in blue at least, have a lot of sorceries or instants. So not very useful. But it is a flip land, so that's nice. Field Research, kicker for 3. So it's a 3 mana or kicker for 6. Draw 2 cards. If it was kicked, draw 3 instead. Anticognition, counter target creature or planeswalker spell unless they pay 2. If an opponent has 8 or more cards, instead counter that spell, then scry 2. So that's good with the Rogue Mill plan. We got Merfolk Wizard. Sorry, you guys can't see any of this stuff, huh? Cascade Seer. It's Merfolk Wizard. When there's battlefield, scry X, where X is the number of creatures in your party. Umar Wizard. Whenever you cast instant sorcery or wizard spell, wizard gains fly until end of turns. 4/3 or tap land on the back. We've got an elemental. Whenever you cast a kick spell, it gets base power, toughness 5/5 till end of turn, and it's a 3 mana 0/5. It's like whatever. Whenever Cleric of Chill Depths blocks a creature, that creature doesn't untap during its next untap step, and it's a 1/3. Another wizard, Cunning Geyser Mage. If it's kicked, return up to one other target creature to its owner's hand. We got a Zulaport Duelist. We got a couple of those. There's some rogues. When it's battlefield, something gets -2, -0, and its controller mills 2. So Cleric Chill Depths we've already covered. This one's a 3/3 flash flying for 5 mana. It's whatever. And then we got a couple of Skyclave Squids with Defender and Landfall. Whenever land enters battlefield, Skyclave Squid can attack this turn as if it didn't have Defender. So not really a whole lot going on in blue either that's useful, especially with black or really anything that I've seen so far. So let's go ahead and split these out and see what we got in green. It definitely looks like the Boros Warriors equipment is the way to go. Alright, so we'll look at our creatures first. We got an Iridescent Horn Beetle. Beginning of your end step, create a 1/1 green insect creature token for each +1/+1 counter you've put on a creature under your control this turn. Okay, I don't really have anything that synergizes that well with that. I got one spell, I think, that gives a counter. First kick spell you cast each turn costs 1 less. Whenever you cast kick spell, give this a counter. We got a Canopy Baloth with landfall. There's battlefield under your control. Gets +2/+2 till end of turn. When Dauntless Survivor enters battlefield, put a +1/+1 counter on something. A 1/4 with reach. A 3/3 4/3. A 1/1 with Death Touch for 1. And a 1/4 with reach for 3. So a little bit of +1/+1 synergy in that pool. But I don't know if it's enough to do anything with anything else I have. So let's see what we got here. We got a couple of Rabid Bites. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to target creature you don't control. So I do have that 1/1 Death Touch, so that just kills something. So that's pretty cool. Kicker, because the creature deals the damage, not this spell. So Might of Marasa, it's got kicker. It's a 2 mana instant or pay 3 extra for kicker. Target creature gets +3/+3 till end of turn. If it was kicked, it gets +5/+5. Turn Timber Symbiosis is the mythic rare, so you can pay 3 life and it comes in untapped. Look at the top 7 cards of your library. You may put a creature card from among them onto the battlefield. If that card has converted mana cost 3 or less, it enters with 3 additional +1/+1 counters on it. Put the rest on the bottom of your graveyard. So that seems pretty good. Adventure awaits. Look at the top 5 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it into your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in a random order. Scale the heights, put a +1/+1 counter on up to one target creature. You gain 2 life. You may play an additional land this turn, draw a card. Why does green get such madness? Destroy a target artifact, enchantment, or creature with flying. So, green has some potential. We already went through white and red, so let's see what we got with green. So we're mostly, so if we added green, so these two cards, green white and green red, since we're red white, we got a Marasa Root Grazer. It's got Vigilance. You put a basic land card from your hand onto the battlefield by tapping this guy, or tap to return target basic land you control to its owner's hand. It's 2/3 for 2 mana. Or you got this 2 mana 1/1 that has haste. It can't be blocked by creatures with power 2 or less. And landfall, whenever land enters battlefield under your control, it gets +2/+2 until end of turn. So that one's not very good. The Root Grazer seems like it's more of a landfall type creature, but it does have Vigilance, which is cool. So when it's all said and done, it still looks like maybe I'd do a little bit of a Mardu deck. And I mean, I'd still have to cut some cards out of this, but this is what I would probably end up going with, is some kind of Mardu deck. Have a little bit of removal from black, plus the extra Mind Carver equipment. Akiri, Fearless Voyager, mostly Warriors. I think I got a Wall and maybe something else. I don't really remember. Some removal. I may not play all of these removal spells. So the cool thing about sealed is the rest of your cards in your pool are in your sideboard. You're not limited to a 15 card sideboard. So, a lot of people just either they go full control, full mid range, or full out aggro. I would probably try to go more full out aggro, so I'd probably get rid of some of the removal in this deck. And since I am at 20, with the addition of these, I think 26 cards. And no, I think it was at 26. I had extra 3, so 29 cards. So definitely probably pull out six of the removal spells. Maybe leave a couple in there of different stuff. I'd probably leave out Feed the Swarm because I do have the Disenchant. And then I'd probably leave out Smite the Monstrous because it's 4 mana. And just leave out some of those spells, some of the duplicates, and just try to go more aggro with the deck. So that's the process that I do with sealed, and in this case with my friends, where we add the collector booster box in there. I recommend it. It's, as you can see, I got a few more extra cards in there that are just we get more rares, more mythics. Didn't necessarily have the best packs though. Overall, I mean, I got some good cards, but nothing that like synergized well with each other. Other than I think that's probably the best deck I had in such short time without actually being able to look and stare and everything because of making the video. But so this video's gone on long enough, and y'all have a good night. Let me know what you think about the way we do our sealed, and if maybe I missed something in these cards, maybe there was a better deck I could have played. Let me know. Have a good night.